Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about chicken versus hot dog. Let's do it. So what were my previous thoughts? So I previously thought that this game was going to be just a fun one to pick up because it was literally $1 at a garage sale. And I found it and I'm just like, oh, I'm taking this home with me and let's try it. Oh my goodness, it is so fun. It is one of my favorite dexterity games. So let's get the elephant out of the room. What stood out about this game is those characters. No matter what we think, everyone is going to be suspicious of what these characters look like. We all know. If you don't, then, I mean, you'll know when you're older, or I could tell you one day. Most likely not going to do that. But these characters look suspicious, but please put that aside when you're buying it, because it is a very fun game for kids, and I think you would enjoy it too if you like some dexterity flipping fun. If your kids like bottle flipping, or you like bottle flipping, I think this will be a great gift for Christmas. Yep, it is December, so great Christmas present if people like bottle flipping. Another thing that stood out, I didn't know about this when I first bought it, but I love the bidding, where it's like, I bid 4 if I know I can do the flip. I bid 1 if I think I cannot do the flip. Also, I will once again talk about what about this game made me like, because I do want to say I do love chicken versus hot dog, because it started it. But I really do like the new thing they added, because I'm just, okay, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I am very good at this game at times. At times I can be horrible, but at times I can be really good at doing the flips. And that's a negative that we'll get to later. Okay, so now I'm going to dive into the good about this game. Seeing someone land a crazy flip is just so fun to watch, and I've not gotten tired of it. Because people will sometimes watch me play this game, the new one I will talk about, because that's what they usually watch. And they're just like sometimes impressed by the flips, not to toot my own horn, but sometimes they're like, oh my gosh, how'd you do that? No, I don't think they're like, how'd you do that? They're like, oh, you know, they're like shocked, but they're not really. Okay, I gotta stop. Just, it's really fun to see someone land a flip. Like maybe you're like, you got one attempt. You're not gonna do it. They land it and they're like, oh my gosh. But it creates a lot of epic moments. Another good thing about this game, it's not just ripping off a bottle flip. They add the suction cups to the bottom, so now they can stick easier instead of a bottle flip where you don't have the sticky part to stick it to a table. There is also, okay, I need to get to this bad part off my hands. On the instructions and in general, if you're playing this, be ready to clean up something. Not a big cleanup, but maybe like use your finger to wipe it off, because the paint can scrape. I have had that happen. The hot dog, not as much. The chicken, a lot. If you look at the chicken, he has gotten his beak scraped. He's gotten his eyes scraped. The top of his head scraped. But yes, the paint can scrape pretty a lot of the times. If you like, if it bangs onto a table, the paint is going to scrape and you're just going to have to rub it off. But it is washable. Adding on to the good that I said before, there is a lot of flips. So not just ripping off the bottle flip, because it has a suction now, and the characters are unique. And apparently I found out that this game is so popular that there was one with a chimp banana and a shark with punching gloves. That's just where we are now. Italian brain rot chicken versus hot dog. Who would have thought? Anyways, back to what I was talking about. There's a lot of different flips you can do, and more coming, I believe. But it is really fun. There's like under the leg. There's super flip. There's forward flip. Some of these flips I would have never even thought of trying to do. I could think of some basic flips, but like forward, turn around. No, I probably could have thought of that one. But like forward flip, where you're shooting it like this and it has to land. The upside down flip, hold it and shoot it. Oh my goodness, they've gotten some cool flips in there that I was not expecting. I will say though, the eyes closed flip and the turnaround throw over shoulder, I will never usually land those. That is rare. Until I got a new character. I hope this video isn't too long, but let's talk about a new thing. Mr. Bob the Corncob. Okay, so this was part of the Trickshot franchise where they have the chicken, the hot dog, and they add a corncob. Which, oh my goodness, my roommate gave this to me. It's such a fun little guy. He is a new character. He's damaged. That's just gonna happen. But this guy, I haven't had a good sling him in a while because these have been heavily used. But this one is like new. And I can do basically any of the flips with this guy. He sticks so well. But yes, adding on to why I have this guy, it was to also talk about the Trickshot app. Now I'm going to show you what that does. Okay, so this is the trick. Let me turn it down. But it plays music. But this is the Trickshot app that is on the App Store. It has a rules page where you can quickly read the rules to the game. The thing I want to complain about says when your time runs out, pass over to the next player, but it's clearly showing them flipping it. And then it says, if you land it, hit success and move on to the next one with the phone being handed. So it's in the wrong order. How many points can you score? So yeah, this is the Trickshot app. When you click start, then you'll see this screen where you can adjust the time limit, or you can decrease it as well. And then you just type a name. So I'll just type Caleb. Then you'll need at least 2 people. So I'll just type, let's say, Mom. I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I spelled Monday. Okay. So yeah, I adjusted this to 15 seconds, and this is 60 seconds. But if I click play, it will show the name and then say, it's your turn. Then you gotta do these flips and you'll gain points. And when you land one, you will hit success. And if you don't want to do it, you can click skip. And it's got a bunch of different flips. Does not have twin flip because that's really hard for their brand when they put that in there, because now you're required to have 2 slingums. And the thing I do want to say is I think they should add that, but it should be in the settings and it says add twin flip. And then it puts it in there. But it's probably for more time. I didn't test that. I've only ever done 60 seconds and maybe 90 seconds. But I didn't do other ones. And then it will say time's up and then have your score. Okay, and then Monday, it's your turn. Then like you can see single flip, super flip, under the arm flip. It has a lot of the flips. And then at the end, it will display both your scores. The problem with the app though is I've made a review of the app, and I do want to say that in the game or in the app, it's kind of a bummer that it does not save your score. You could show your score and then take a screenshot if you want to, but it does not save your score with it. And also it's just kind of buggy. Like if I go into the app again and I click start, okay, so I click start. If I try to go back, it will not let me. And let's say I type my name, and then I click it, or something like that, or go back, it does not remove the name. So once you go into the start screen, you either have to restart the app, or you have to play, which is kind of a bummer that it doesn't work that well. But I really love the Trickshot app because it made the game solo. And that's why I have the Corncob, because I really wanted to talk about the app and why that's better to me. Okay, so all in all, I'm going to show you gameplay of this game, but I'm also going to tell you that the original Chicken vs. Hotdog, love how it started. It has some pretty cool, unique characters. I don't think they sell the hot dog as a single anymore. They kind of sell the chicken, and they sell the Corncob definitely on Amazon. But I do want to say, love that for starting it. So 8.5 for original, but I'd say for the app, it is a 9. I have played it time and time again. Even though there's problems, I still enjoy it so much, playing it solo, doing all the different flips, inventing my own. It's just so fun, and adjusting the time also. My highest is 30 points. That's why it's on the post. And that was with the chicken, I believe. Yeah, that was with the chicken. But we'll see what happens with the corn, because I do want to say the corn is actually heavier than the chicken and the hot dog. Because also this guy squishes, the others do not. But this one also has a bigger sling, or suction cup. These ones have a smaller one because this is from like 2023, I think, and this is from 2025. But yeah, they did a better job on the suction cup. This guy lands so many times. I'm usually able to land this guy. And he is just a fun character to have for Chicken versus Hot Dog. Okay, so now I'm going to show an example. I did not land him, but I know I can. There we go. The corn versus the chicken, which I will do my best to land, but it's hard for me to land him. There we go. And now let me show you an example of how I take them off. So this guy is stuck. You can see that. So I drag him off the table and then he comes off. This guy, however, does not really do that, except this table is not as sticky or is not as good to suction cup. So what I would do is, if I turn him around, you see this very, very tiny tab right there, if you see it. It's very tiny, but I'm trying to zoom into it. Yep, there we go, the tab right there. When I use that, he comes off way easier. And that's the corn. All in all, this game is not for everyone, but I enjoy it very much. It's a fun solo game. Oh, I really wish that landed. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good Christmas break next week. See you guys next time. Bye.